morning, guys. How are you all? Hope you are doing well. So, today I just want to discuss about the list. Basically, what is list? List is a ordered collections of multiple items stored in a single variable. And lists are changeable, that is called mutable, and allow duplicate values. How these things are applicable? These things I will run some program, then you will easily understand how the things is kept inside one variable, then how it can be change the items. Now just see here in list 1 I am just keep some variable apple, banana, cherry, 100, true. This variable I just keep it there and I just type and run list 1, then I can see all the variable that are coming outside. All the variable means all the elements of the list, this comes here. Now I want to check which data type it is, the list 1. So in that case I have to just write down in the program type, then inside the first bracket list 1. If I run the program, then we can see the output that gives the list. Basically just remember the list item always keep inside the third bracket. Then we took another variable that is the list 2, and within list 2 I just keep some element and again use the third bracket, then I just print the list 2. So in this way we can just print the list article. And the list 3 we just keep some string or the boolean value, whatsoever we want to keep, we just keep it inside the list 3 variable. So when we just run the list 3, then we can see all the item it comes here. It basically means in the list we can keep the integer value and at the same time string value as well. Then again we are just checking the list 3 type, then it gives me the output that is the list. Now we can say list can contain different data types. Different data types means a list with strings, integers and the boolean values. Every kind of the data type they can keep it inside. So what we can do that we just use the list 1 variable, then within list 1 I use the string abc inside the third bracket and we use double inverted comma, that means that is the string, this 34 that is the integer, and the true this is the boolean value. In this way, so and so forth, in this way we just kept different kind of the data type inside list 1, and then we just make the printout, and then we can see all the data type, different kind of data type that comes as an output. Then creating a list by putting the items in a square bracket. So I already told you in this video when I just started that video that within square bracket we just keep all the element, and within LST then run the program and we are just keep the LST printout, then we can see all the things are coming out as it is apple, orange, 1. So this is the another way. You just remember one thing, the third bracket is used for to keep the list element. And again the check the data type of the LST, that is list, that is nothing new about that. Creating a blank list, how we can do the blank list, we just used one variable LST is equal to blank third bracket, that means that list is empty. Then see the output here, the list, that output is also blank. Then again that blank is whether it is list or not, we just check the data type, then we can see that is the list. Now we can see using the list as a constructor. What is the constructor? That is basically the OOPS concept. OOPS means object oriented programming language. I will make some other videos in the OOPS concept, then I will just make you discuss all the other OOPS concepts. Right now just remember we just use the list as a constructor. How we can use it? So we will check in some next program. So please have a look on those next program. In here you can see LST variable, we just use the list as a function. So if we write down anything and we use the first bracket, that is the style to write one kind of the function in the Python program. So if we want to print out the lst, then give the blank list, because there is no item inside this list. Then again we are checking that whether this is list or not, the type of the dataset. Yeah, this is the type of the list, so that's why they're giving the output the list as a data type. Now passing tuple to list as a constructor, how we can do that? We need to apply double round brackets. Double round brackets, here we can see this one, the first one is the yellow color bracket, and the second one, that is the pink color bracket. So we just take that list variable, then is equal to list, then we use double bracket, and then we just print out the lst. That means they are just changing it as a list. The first bracket, it is the way to write down the tuple. What is the tuple? I'll discuss in some next program as well. Just remember, we can change, if I write down that list, then the data type will be changed from tuple to list. So when we just run the program, we can see the list article is keep inside the third bracket. So that's why they are just, when they are giving the output that comes on inside the third bracket. Now we can see we are just passing the string to list. String means anything we keep inside the double bracket. So we take the word, that is a string, inside the a variable. Then we take another variable, that is l. Then we just typecast it, or we want to change that a variable, that string variable, into a list. Then we just print the l. Then we can see all the string that transfer into the list. How we can understand that? We can see that we use the third bracket and all the other element that separated by the commas. So that means that string is already transferred into a list. Now the concept of the dictionary, I want to discuss about the dictionary. What is dictionary? Just remember our English dictionary. If you remember the Oxford dictionary, you can see some words are there and meaning is written there. In here also, in Python program, we can see there are two types of data type will be there. The left hand side, that is the original word, that is called key, and the right side, the meaning of the word, that is basically value. So just remember that two things will be there, that is called key, one another reply, that is the value. Same like in the dictionary. In the dictionary you can see what is there and the meaning is there. So left hand side is the key and the right hand side is the meaning is the value. So in here we just take the one variable, that is a within second bracket. The writing of the list is using the third bracket, but the writing style of the dictionary we are using the second bracket. So inside a we just keep it, we use the colon, then 100, and the within b colon 200. The a and b, the left hand side, these are the key, and the perspective of the a, that colon is used here, the 100 is the value of the a. Same here, b colon 200, b's perspective value is 200. So in here b is the key, 200 is the value. In the a is the key, 100 is the value. So if we want to check the l is equal to list a, then l, the value we can see that when we just print out the value of the l, they are giving all the key. All the key means a and b, these two are the key. So that's why they are giving the value a and b. So just remember one thing, that items in the list are indexed. The first item has index 0, the second item has index 1, etc. That means, just take an example, that in list you can see ABC, comma 34, comma true. How these things are kept inside the list? They have the certain place that is called index. The first element, that is the index number 0, second 1, 2, so on and so forth. So when they are printing the list, they are just giving the output here. Just remember here one thing, that all the element that keep inside the list, that according to the index, that means position. ABC is the first position that counted 0, 34 is the second position that count as a 1, so on and so forth. So if we want to take the printout like list 0, that means 0th index. Which one is the 0th index? The first one. So that's why the 0th index they are giving the output of ABC. So let's take another example, list 2. That means when we want to print out the second position or second index. Which one is the second? ABC is 0, 34 is 1, this one is true. So we want to take the printout of the list 2 position, that is true. So that's why they are giving the output is true. And list minus 1 basically it counts from the back side. How it counts? Like from the back side, if you count, that is the -1, that is -2, -3 is like an way. When we count from the left hand side, that index number counts from 0. When we count from the back side, that index number starts from -1. So if we want to print the -1 position list, then the output will come that smell. Then slicing the tree list. What is the slicing? In that context, I just took an example of the previous video. Slicing means piece. We took an example of the bread. What is the sliced bread? Normal bread is without cutted the pieces. The slicing bread is all the bread is pieces into cut it. So in the slicing a list, that means list also can be cutted like the same way like a bread. So that is the funny example. So don't compare with that. I just took an example, this example, to remember it in a very easier way. So list, we are taking ABC 34 true 40 male. So when we just print out the LST, then we just see that all the list is printed here. Then we just take the list from 0 to 4th position. This first 0 is considered for the starting point and this 4th is the last point. But always remember is that end index is not included. What does it mean? This ABC position is 0, 34 1, true is 2, 40 is 3, male is 4. So the 0 position is the ABC till 4th position. The 4th position will be not included. So 0, 1, 2, 3 till 40. Till this part will be coming as an output because the last position is not included. So that's why they are giving the output till 40. In here we can see the end index is not included. The same thing is applied here as well. But in here some interesting things is that in here we take an example of -3 colon -2. What is the -3 and -2 position? I already explained that when we just count it from the back side, then -3 index start from -1, -2, -3, -4, -4, 5. These are in this way we can just count it or give the position, index position of the list. So they are taking, we want to print out that from the -3 position, that is the -1, -2, -3, that is true is the -3 position and -2 position is the 40. But this 40 will not be included. The last part will be not included. So that's why that they will give the output of is only true. See, -3 and -2 position that gives the output is true. Now we can see here the 0, that means we are not considering here anything. That is the 0th position till 3rd position. So we have to check in the list that ABC 34 true and 40. This is the list condition. And 0 to 3rd position, that means 0, 1st, 2nd, 3rd. This in this position will be there ABC 34 true. Then -1 that gives the male value. They are taking from the left to right, but when it comes like the -1, that count from the back side, so that's way the male gives the output. Now in here we can see list point 2 blank blank 2, it starts from 0th position till end position. 0 means end position and 2 is just the jumping condition. What does it mean? We have the list in this one. In this list, the first position it will come the ABC, then it will be blank, then true, that will be the first position, then blank, then the second, the male. So ABC, true and male will come the output, because the jump condition it was 2. So that means the first position is the ABC, that will be included. Then 1, the first position, the first jump, the second will take the output, and again the first jump, the second will take the output. So that's why they are giving the output ABC, true and male.